signs of female infidelity that she will never be able to hide, no matter how hard she tries. I will start with the lighter signs and gradually move on to more serious ones. These signs were shared with me by men during consultations. They are not my imagination. I have gathered them and will share this information today. So watch until the end. I'm sure I will surprise you. The most obvious sign is sudden weight loss in your woman. She may have lost weight by deciding to exercise or diet to appear more attractive to her lover or to get in shape. But there is another important factor for why she may have lost weight. It's sex. She has started to engage in it actively. Some may have intimate relations with a lover daily or several times a week, and seemingly forgotten physical activity becomes a part of your woman's life. Perhaps you have been having less sex, or it has become formal and boring. Sex with a lover is entirely different. That she tries hard, fantasizes, and gives her all. This can lead to weight loss, so pay attention to it. Women have a saying. We look at a lady who was, for example, chubby, and then suddenly lost weight and became more attractive. Among ourselves, we often say there is sex in her life. The next sign is various bruises and hickeys on your woman's body. A story from a client. A woman returned from a business trip, and there were clear fingerprints on her thigh. Pay attention to this, as such marks often appear on sensitive areas like thighs, breasts, or neck. In a moment of passion, remember that sex with a lover is not the same as sex at home with you. There, people may not hold back, and women often leave marks on men's backs. But sometimes, a man with slightly longer nails can also leave marks. Pay attention to this. Moreover, the passion of lovers can strike them not only in hotels or at home. They can have sex anywhere, on a desk at work, in a storage room, or even in a bathroom. An awkward body position can lead to bruises on your woman's body in completely unexplained places that she will never be able to explain. For example, why does she have a bruise shaped like 5 fingers on her thigh? Now let's move to more interesting signs of infidelity. Changes in a woman's sexual behavior. The fact that she refuses to have sex with you is too trivial, and we've already talked about that. But if your woman suddenly becomes overly active and starts expressing new fantasies, it's a reason to think. For instance, if you previously had boring sex, and after she has a lover, she starts introducing innovations, it may indicate that she has learned something new. Often, a woman, especially at the beginning of a relationship with a lover, constantly thinks about him, even when she is at home with you. I will share a story from one of my clients who has a lover. She says she is constantly in a state of arousal, even though they only see each other 1 or 2 times a week. At other times, she is in emotional euphoria thinking about him. Sex with the man she lives with has become boring, while with the lover it is wild and exciting. She goes to bed when her husband is already asleep and fantasizes about her lover. She wakes up and thinks about him again. And when her husband walks by, she feels the need for sex. She calls her husband, and he thinks it's all about him, that he's so great. But how can this be explained if she doesn't spend time with you, and there's no contact between you, yet she constantly wants to get out of the house? This is a reason to think about why she has suddenly changed like this. Another story from a client. He says he started having sex with a woman, but clearly understands that she recently had intimate relations with someone else. He notes that her body hasn't had time to prepare after the last contact. She hasn't tightened up, and he feels as if he has fallen into a bucket. This also relates to the enlargement of the clitoris and labia, which swell with blood during arousal. The next sign is related to changes in a woman's microflora. For example, a yeast infection can appear if she has started sleeping with a new man, as a new partner brings his own microflora. This leads to unpleasant symptoms such as itching, unpleasant odor, and discomfort. Changes in microflora can also occur due to the use of condoms, or even an allergic reaction to latex. Additionally, it can manifest as cystitis if, during sex, the man performs oral sex, introducing an infection. If your woman has never suffered from cystitis before, and it suddenly appears alongside other signs of infidelity. This is also a reason to think. Another important sign is a change in your partner's intimate odor. Many men are very sensitive to this. They are used to a certain smell, but if a woman has started sleeping with another man, her scent may change, even in the absence of discharge. This happens due to changes in microflora. Men who have been with a woman for a long time may notice this change, as they have already formed a certain perception of her scent. Now we move on to signs that she definitely won't be able to hide, and they are even more serious than the previous ones. This includes venereal diseases. I don't know how a woman can hide this. Of course, she can say she can't have sex, but that's rare. Men who live with their women often notice changes such as unpleasant odor or discharge. Women may hide in the bathroom to perform procedures or frequently visit doctors. If this happens, you should know that it's not just hygiene. The next sign is frequent visits to the gynecologist. Usually, a healthy woman doesn't need to see a doctor that often. Once every 6 months is sufficient. If your partner has started visiting doctors frequently, it's a reason to think. She may be receiving treatment for something you don't know about. Many men don't even know what medications their women are taking. They may find candles or pills in the fridge that she is using. If you notice that she frequently goes to the doctor, ask her why. Of course, changes in microflora do not always indicate infidelity. If your woman has no other signs of infidelity, there's no need to panic. She may have just caught a chill or have other health issues, but if there are suspicions of venereal diseases, she should get tested. It's also important to pay attention. If a woman starts talking about the need to use condoms, this may indicate her infidelity. If there was previously no need for additional protection, and now she is buying it, this could be a troubling sign. In conclusion, I want to share a sad story from one of my clients. He returned from a business trip, and his wife said she needed to use condoms because she had contracted HIV. This is indeed a sad story, and I hope nothing similar happens to you. Dear men, I sincerely wish you a life free from infidelity. I look forward to your likes and subscriptions as a token of appreciation for my work. Thank you for that. Don't forget to check out the channel where there are many interesting videos on psychology. I'm sure you will find something for yourself. Until we meet again, take care.